But then comes the real hoot of the day, that unable to get the health care passed, Trump care passed in a House and Senate which has a Republican majority. Trump has decided to basically sabotage the program and probably send the insurance markets into a tailspin that they will never be able to get out of. That is dependent on whether or not the lawsuits find what he has done to be legal. But there are two things I want to do before I get to the executive order signed by Trump today. Actually, three things. The first is I want to point out that once again, at an executive order signing, Donald Trump actually had to be stopped from leaving the executive order signing because he hadn't signed the executive order. Vice President Pence had to grab this shiny object ogling fool before he stumbled out of the room where they were doing this photo op without signing it. At least they got him this time, as opposed to him actually leaving and then just grabbing the document and having him signing in a different room. What kind of mentally unstable individual cannot... You have one job. You're supposed to go in there and sign the executive order. And he can't do it. Oh. Number two, executive orders. Do you remember when, what was it, 11 months ago? Oh boy, 11 months ago. I remember those days. I remember 11 months ago, Republicans screaming about, how dare President Obama do an executive order? He should only be able to do executive orders if he has a House and Senate that are on his side. Oh, excuse me, I misstated that. He should not be able to use executive orders to get past a House and Senate that were not on his side. That was their whole argument, that you can't use executive orders. You have to basically bow down to the Republican leadership of the House and the Senate, McConnell and Ryan at that point. And the fact that Obama wasn't doing that was tantamount to treason. Well, you have a House and Senate controlled by the Republicans. You can't pass bills with your own party. And that's okay to start issuing executive orders? You don't even have a consensus within your own caucus. And now you're okay with executive orders. All right, sure. Yeah, you're not all just massive hypocrites. But it does bring me to the main point of this, the walk up to what happened today with Donald Trump. First of all, condemnation for the Democrats, if I may. I know too many smart Democrats who basically allowed the narrative the Republicans were pushing on Obamacare to become factual. And shame on all of you. Shame on all of you. Was there a little bit of a problem for small business owners, say a franchise owner who owned 3 or 4 franchises of a certain business? So you had 50, 60 employees. Was there some financial burden in there? Yes, there was. I've actually knew 2 people that were in that exact same circumstance, that they said the Affordable Care Act was costing them a ton. But the reality was, as one of them said, he said, I get it, though. In the long run, this will actually save me money because I'll have healthier, employees, happier employees. I won't have to do more job searches. I get it. But it was a hard sell because there was a direct cost increase on the front end. There was a long run, a grand decrease, like every other developed country that has government-run healthcare does have. There was going to be that, and they understood that, but I get it. That was an increase. I also do understand that some people were upset because their insurance went up, but that's not Obama. That was your insurance company. Obama basically said that you had to have insurance that covered basic needs like maternity care and such like that. And that was what most of you guys did not have that coverage. Most of you had what was garbage insurance. And when that law went into effect, the insurance companies, because they were cowards, and the Republican Party, because they were trying to drive a narrative, insisted it's Obama making us do it. No, it was the insurance companies. The insurance companies were giving you garbage insurance that didn't cover you on anything. And now that there was a federal mandate, a guideline that said you actually have to have coverage associated with this, well, they couldn't sell you the garbage insurance anymore. And so you were covered. That is why the costs went up. And for a Democrat to go on out there and say, Obama really screwed up. No, he did not. He did not. He fixed an amazingly large problem where arrogant fools who did not have health insurance or had crap insurance would get hit by a car or fall off a cliff or break a leg or step on a piece of glass, and they would go to the emergency room and they would immediately be bankrupt because they couldn't afford it. We solved that problem. Remember that problem where the common cold was going to the emergency room to get cured? That is what was costing our economy trillions of dollars. It was your choices. If, God forbid, you really got sick, if all of a sudden one day and you woke up and you had a tumor that had to be removed and you had that garbage insurance, your only two choices were death or bankruptcy. Those were it. And as the Republicans would look at you and say, well, it's your own fault. And that was the solution. It was your fault, either die or pay up. That was it. That was the problem Obamacare fixed. But yet we allowed this crap-ass argument to fester in this country about Obama raised these prices. Obama was bad. No. It was the insurance companies that were giving you crap insurance, which was bad. And we have more people under insurance. Well, we should say had. We have more people that are covered under insurance today than have ever been covered in the United States. Health insurance costs have actually dropped dramatically in the United States of America thanks to Obamacare. Well, kiss that all goodbye. Kiss that all goodbye. President Trump on Thursday signed an order that would basically undermine the Affordable Care Act's private insurance markets by allowing a proliferation of cheaper, less comprehensive plans that would undermine rules about who and what insurance must cover. So basically, we're bringing back the crap insurance. Crap insurance returns. That if you get a splinter, that's covered. But if you get a piece of glass, well, that's not covered, and that actually is going to have to cost you another $10,000. But because there are idiots out there who's like, yeah, I want to save $40 this month. Thanks, Republicans. That guy's going to get into a car wreck, and he's going to be like, why aren't the Democrats helping me? I personally think that if you sign up for this crap insurance, if you sign up for what is about to come down, this interstate, dead, dirt cheap, doesn't even cover a cough insurance. If you're dumb enough to sign up for that, well, then you should have a waiver in your insurance that says, and when you inevitably get sick or get into an accident and you need more coverage than this, you have forfeited the right to ask anyone else for help because you're a moron. My God. 952-946-6205. 952-946-6205. And by the way, we'll take a break. But when we come on back, what this empirically proves is that this was about the fact that they hated the black guy in the White House more than they disliked the health insurance. And that is the reality we have to accept. 952-946-6205. It's the Matt McNeil Show on AM 950.